Today I'm going to teach you a technique that's going to further empower your creativity at home. Today's lesson is not only how to drill through steel plate using only a hand drill, but we're also going to learn how to drill any size hole we want. In this tutorial we're going to start things off by learning how to lay out our piece properly. Then we're going to talk about bit selection and what speeds to run them at. Next we're going to select our lubricant and start drilling. And I'm going to teach you how to drill any size hole you want with ease. But stay tuned because I have an important money saving bonus section at the end of this video. So if you're thinking, maybe this is for me. I want to broaden my DIY spectrum. I want to learn how to do steel work. I want more tips. I want more tutorials. Hit that subscribe button below. It's not going to cost you a nickel. It's not going to hammer you with any goddamn spam emails. It's just going to help you out, and it's going to help YouTube out by showing you more videos like this one so you can broaden your DIY spectrum. Out here in the workshop, we're ready to start. But first, let's set the stage for some precision drilling. The key is securing our workpiece. Let's clamp it firmly to a stable surface, like a workbench. This step is crucial in reducing vibration and enhancing accuracy. Now, with our combo square, we'll carefully mark the exact drilling point. Draw across at your intended spot, and then, using a hammer and center punch, we'll create a small indent. This small but powerful step guarantees that your drill doesn't wander, giving you a much higher level of accuracy. Elevate your design journey with exclusive discounts on Forging BC furniture and products. Plus, you're going to get access to even more DIY steelwork tips and tutorials. So if you want to become part of this community, click the link I've placed below. Now with our holes properly marked, we're ready to select our drill bit. The choice of which bit to start with is an easy one. Pick the smallest one you feel comfortable with using without snapping it. Remember, you are drilling into steel plate after all. Now I have to tell you about the golden rule when selecting your speed. Faster speeds for smaller bits and slower speeds for larger bits. This is where the hand drill shows a little bit of versatility. Because unlike with a drill press with its belts and its RPM chart, our trusty hand drill works on a more intuitive level. Most drills come with a fast or slow setting, 1 or 2. We'll begin by setting ours to fast. But here's where a little bit of skill comes into play. The pressure you apply on the trigger isn't just about turning the drill on, it's also about controlling the speed. Now that we're so close to drilling, but there's one last thing we can't forget. We have to use lubricant. Never ever drill into steel dry. And why don't we ever want to drill dry? Well, because if your bit spins too fast, it creates too much friction, which actually tempers and hardens the steel. A little bit counterintuitive, isn't it? There isn't too much to selecting a lubricant. There's a variety of products out there that can do the job just fine. Now, you don't want to select something that's a solvent, like WD-40, which is actually a solvent and not a lubricant. You don't want to use things like brake clean or carb clean either. They're solvents as well. You don't want to use thick lubricants like motor oil or gear oil. Although they might work in a pinch, they're really sticky and messy, and I don't like messing with them. That's not ideal for a clean workplace. But then again, you can use them in a pinch because you don't want to drill dry. Now let's get to the exciting part, drilling. Remember our earlier talk about the drill trigger? Well, it's time to put that finesse into action. We'll start things off with a few drops of lubrication. Again, any kind of oil should do, just stay away from the thick stuff and stay away from solvents. Start with a gentle squeeze of the trigger until you feel a bit bite into the steel. You'll know you're on the right track when you see steel shavings spiraling out. Now you can start gradually applying more pressure to the trigger, speeding things up. The more shavings you see spiraling, the more effective you are drilling. And if the shavings stop, it means that you're going too fast and you're actually hardening your plate. Don't be shy in applying more lubrication either. It'll extend your bit life and ease your drilling. Now things start to get easier. With the pilot hole drilled, it's easier for us to step up in drill bit size, and that's how you drill any size hole you want. You just keep stepping up the drill bits. Just be sure not to step it up too quickly. Now we just go up through the sizes, and there's no real rule as to how much you should step up at a time. It's just what do you feel comfortable with? Do you feel comfortable with a more aggressive cut, or do you want to take it a little bit slower? It's up to you. Just keep applying the lube and switch your drill to slow after a size or two. So there you have it, a 1/2 inch hole through 3/8 steel plate. Welcome to the bonus section. This is where I'm going to share with you some insider tips on selecting tools and consumables that's going to save you some money. First up, for power tools, we have my long-term go-to, the Milwaukee Now, Milwaukee has been the industry standard for, I want to say, close to 10 years now. And their batteries are the longest lasting, and the versatility the batteries have, the amount of tools that you can plug it into it's insane. There's hundreds of them. Milwaukee is on the higher end of quality. It's going to cost you a little bit more, but in my opinion, it's highly worth it. And to me, the best place to get it is just at Home Depot. Now you can walk down to the store and get it yourself, or you can use my link and you can get it right here from this video. Now again, Walter Tap Cut's on the higher end of the price range, and it does an absolutely fantastic job, just like all Walter products, honestly. But if we're talking bang for buck, I don't have it with me here today, but Rapid Tap's gonna be the best way to go. And you can buy it at a multitude of locations. Home Depot, Lordco, Princess Auto, anywhere like that. Next up, we're gonna talk about clamps. And when you're clamping a small piece, a vise is gonna be the best way to go. Mount it right to your bench, tighten her up, you're good to go. When you're clamping larger pieces, the best way to go is the Bessie style clamp. The Bessie is going to put out your maximum clamping power, your maximum clamping pounds per square inch. This in turn is going to reduce your vibration and give you a better, cleaner hole. You don't have to purchase a German name brand Bessie clamp. You can go ahead and buy one of the cheaper generic alternatives and it's going to suit you just fine. Moving along, we'll get to the final and most crucial selection of consumables, in my opinion, and that's going to be your drill bits. For drill bits, we have two options. We have the high quality option. Here I'm showing you Milwaukee bits. They're expensive, but they're long lasting and they cut really fast. The biggest downfall to buying expensive bits is when you break them. It can be heartbreaking. For option B, we have the cheaper, more breakable option. And this is the one that I usually go with. Here I'm showing you a big box of Mastercraft drill bits. You get plenty of doubles, so it doesn't matter if you break one. You can just keep breaking them. And for my commercial purposes, honestly, the Mastercraft is the way to go for me. So now you're on your way to mastering DIY steelwork. By modifying steel instead of buying new, you're not only creating stunning projects, but you're actually contributing to creating a more sustainable future. So please, keep innovating, keep transforming your spaces, and keep doing it with style and responsibility. And stay tuned because I got lots more valuable DIY steelwork lessons coming up.